Welcome back to another episode of the SadBoy Saga.
Yeah, let's go. Come on. There's got a lot of people in here.
I'm your host, CDK.
Yo, I'm Horatio.
And today we have a special guest.
I'm Lexia V.
Hey.
Okay, Lexia V.
What's up? How you doing?
I'm good. How are y'all?
Great. You know what I'm saying? You know, we actually start the show off with a segment we like to call the check-in. We talk about our mental health and what's going on. I'm doing good, man. In a good space. Obviously trying to make sure I'm working, doing what I'm supposed to do, especially in like the content space. I think I've been doing well. Like I'm trying to get on a schedule now as far as making content. So other than that, I'm doing pretty good. CDK, how you doing, man?
Man, I've been in a grateful. I'm just in a grateful mood, man. Like I just really been in a place where I've been realizing and understanding that I'm in a space to where like God is really working with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know that sounds cliche to some people, like, but I am very religious as well. But I really just been feeling like, yo, like this is for me, because you know how sometimes it's situations in your life and times in your life where you really don't understand or really don't know what's next, and you just kind of shy away and be like, is this my purpose and my calling? So really understanding that I've fell into my purpose and my calling is just like, it's put me in an area that I'm really just happy, and I've been joyful lately. So yeah, that's pretty much what's up.
I'm the same way. I'm grateful. Like it's a lot of things happening for me, and I really feel like this year is really like my year. Like if it's not this year, it's next year. It's soon. So I'm just in a great place. I'm happy. It's the happiest I've been in a long time. I'm great. I feel good.
You got a lot going on. What you got going on? I know for our audience, tell them who you are, what you do out here.
My name is Lexia Langley, but I go by Lexia V because that's my stage name. I do music. Mm-hmm. I sing a little bit, I rap a little bit, I sing mostly, but yeah. And I have a project coming out soon. It's dropping February 27th, 2021.
Okay.
Okay. Tell us about the project, though, the creative process, how you be in the studio. Like, I want to know everything about the life of an artist. All right, so let's go ahead and start off with the title of the project and what's it about.
The name of the project is called Sorry for Your Loss. And like this project, I've been working on Sorry for Your Loss for a while. Like it had different names, like many different names, and like I really feel like why Sorry for Your Loss kind of stuck. Like aside from like me going through the situation that I was going through with the person that it's inspired by, it's just like 2020 was really like a year of loss. Like I've lost friends, we've lost like our regular like freedom to like go out without a mask, or like it was like little things like that we took for granted. I feel like that's why it kind of stuck. And then like also it's just like I thought like me losing these people in my life was like my loss, but it was just like it was more like a bigger picture to it, because it's just like it was a blessing in disguise. It's just like because the people that's supposed to be here are with me, and the people that wasn't here, they shed away. So it's like once I get to a point where I'm all the way up there, I'm not gonna be worried about you. I don't got time to look back once I'm forward. So it's just sorry for your loss.
So like one of my questions that I have is like I know as a content creator, I struggle with captions. So I know sometimes artists probably struggle with song names and album names and things like that. So
for sure,
what goes into the process of naming a song? Because that could be everything for you. You know what I'm saying, as far as marketing and things like that.
Sometimes it could be like with the producer names the beat, and it's just like if it stick and I'm like, okay, it's kind of rock, and you come up with the hook that way, or like you just like listen to something a few times, it's just like it gotta be that, like that's the like for Don't Tell Me You Love It. It's just like I didn't know what to name that song, but it was just like Don't Tell Me You Love It.
You record first and then name after.
Sometimes, most times, because a lot of my songs, believe it or not, 90% of my songs started off as freestyles.
Oh, right. Okay. How long have you been doing music? Singing?
Seriously, I started doing music seriously, I would say probably 2017, 2018. Like, cause I released my first project ever, Another Love Story, in 2018. Another situation I was going through with my ex, but
situation, man. Come on, talk about it, man. Come on.
You put it in music though. That's good though.
Talk about it.
I don't want to talk about him.
Okay,
he don't need no airtime from LV.
We can talk about the old project before we talk about the new project. But if we want to talk about it, we already here. You know what I'm saying? Like, give us that exclusive insight look on what's going on with the project behind the scenes, or what you were really going through. You don't got to take word for word what you was really going through.
Well, wait, Sorry for Your Loss or Another Love Story?
No, Another Love Story.
Another Love Story. the first guy ever.
Come on now.
Yeah.
It was the first guy ever like said I love you too, and I knew what love was.
Okay, that's strong.
So, yeah.
No, but that's good though, because art represents life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So you know, you putting your life experience into your art.
Yeah,
so that's,
like you said, like the best advice I've ever gotten while doing like music was if it isn't real, it's not good. So a lot of the times, 100% of the time, I may cap just a little bit in my songs, but for the most part, like my songs are real. Like like if I said it 9 times out of 10, I've been through it. So like with my last guy that I was with another love story, he just did a number on me. And I was just like, I was in love. Then I went through a phase where I couldn't stand him, and now I'm just like, I just love him from afar. Like it's no beef, it's no issues. Like I went through a lot.
Sorry for his loss.
Sorry for his loss too.
Oh, come on, everything comes full circle.
Look, everything comes full circle. Sorry for his loss too.
No.
He knows his loss.
Another thing that's huge as far as the artist's career is their image, right? And whether the way they dress and the way they talk, you know what I'm saying? So what's the image that you're trying to portray to people that are just now getting into your music?
Real.
That's it? Okay.
Real.
I like that.
Everything about me, real. Except for my hair. But real.
I like
my lashes,
that. I like
real. But like I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. Like everything that I talk about in my songs, it's real. Like I told you, if it ain't real, it's not good. Like you hear a lot of people cat rapping. You know, I'm not trying to hear that. I don't want to listen to something like you know what I'm saying? Like all of my, and that's why like a lot of people relate to what I be saying, because it's just like, dang, I really went through this. I know, because I went through it. And it's like, I know a lot of people in my age group have gone through something with another guy or with another girl. So
that's why I appreciate R&B, because like it brings me through stages of my life. Like I feel like that's why Usher Confessions with Diamond is because a lot of people felt like heartbreak for real, and that whole album top to bottom is like you can just feel it. You can feel it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So what's one of your favorite albums and artists of all time?
All time?
All time. Well, you can break it down to, let's keep it in R&B. Let's keep it in R&B.
Keeping it R&B? Hold on. Okay, can we do this? Can I do like back then and then like now?
Yeah.
Okay, so like if you know me for real, you know my most favorite person in the world is Patti LaBelle.
Oh, you know, that's
Tell me about that.
That's how you know you're a real singer.
You know, that's my lady right there. I love her. That was actually the first song I covered for my grandmother. My grandma was like, "What you know about this?"
Right.
So, and my girl was like, "Lexia, you can sing."
Wow.
I'm just like, yeah, a little bit. Hello, where you been? But yeah. So Patti LaBelle, y'all gonna have to pick me up off the floor if I ever meet her. When I meet her.
There you go. Come on, speak it to us.
And Janae Aika.
I love what her last album, man.
Got me through some things. I'm trying to tell you something.
Yeah.
I say this jokingly all the time. Me and her music are connected. Like every time I'm going through something, she drops something. I was going through something when she dropped Wasted Love Freestyle. She's like, girl. I was going through something with Trigger Freestyle. You my girl. It's just like every time she drops, it's just like you drop right on time. So like I really like her, and that's like a lot of people can kind of hear her influence in my music. Her and Summer Walker. I've been on Summer Walker since I was in high school. Fun fact. But
you dropped a lot of people that I really feel like, especially like in R&B now. Like I feel like Summer Walker is that. I feel like Janae is really that though. Like she really gives me those vibes. So I love some Janae. SZA too. Yeah, like I want her to make her some music. You know what I'm saying?
Fun fact about SZA. My freshman year, I did orientation, you know, NSO, and like I got pushed on stage to cover a song, and I chose The Weeknd because, you know, her album Control was popping at the time. So I covered The Weeknd, and it went viral. And she actually retweeted it and was like, "You murked! Oh my God, you murked!" I was like, "Hey, I got co-signed by SZA. That's crazy."
You talking about all these covers, and you on the SadBoy Saga. Can we get a cover of something? Whether it be Patti, SZA, Summer. Let's get something on the SadBoy Saga. What's up? Just give me 30 seconds. Give me.
But before you do, that's how you know that, you know what I'm saying, you stamp, like, you know, this is something you're supposed to be doing, you know, so that's great. But yeah, we need to hear something.
Like yesterday, I remember the night. So you driving by, you had a chick in your passenger side. I called your phone and then you just denied me. Really surprising, that wasn't like you. I thought you liked me, but now I just don't know. Where did all your feelings go? I thought we were taking it slowly. I thought you were waiting on me,
Yeah.
Who's the cover on the SadBoy Saga? Come
Right
on
the spot. That was great.
But you see how you just went into your zone like real quick. You feel me? Like I feel like that's a part of stage presence.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
I did show choir in high school, so I think that helped me like build this stage presence. Because I used to, believe it or not, you wouldn't think like from talking to me that I used to be very shy and like to myself, or like when I get on stage and like it's a whole bunch of people staring at me in the spotlights, I'm just like.
Pause. Tell the folks where you from. Hold on now.
Okay.
Come on now.
Okay, well, I claim 2 cities, and I claim the 757.
Oh, hold on. You already know.
And I claim the Bull City.
Yeah.
So
919.
the 919. That's crazy.
That's
You
crazy.
from 75
Yeah.
and you from the
What
919.
city you
So
from in Virginia?
Newport News, Virginia.
Oh, I'm from Newport News.
You're lying.
Oh, man.
You're serious?
Yeah.
I did that
I'm on the
because
top of Virginia, but yeah, I'm from Newport News.
I thought she was from the 919. That's why I was.
No,
I
like,
know, yeah.
I mean, here's the thing about that's why I claim both cities, because I was born in Durham at Duke, well now at Duke Regional. Back then it was Durham Regional, but I was born there, stayed in Durham for 3 months, then we moved to Virginia and I stayed there for 11 years. So yeah.
Oh, wait. You went to high school?
No, I went to high school in North Carolina, and then I moved back. That's why I claim both cities. So I still have to use the GPS to go around Durham, but in Newport News, take Jefferson Avenue down all the
Mercury, you know what I'm saying?
Mercury
We
Boulevard,
good,
then
yeah.
be look.
Keep it local, you know what I'm saying? Virginia talk around here. You know what I'm saying?
That all ties into our mental health question of the day. Do you work harder to earn recognition and praise, or to avoid criticism? That's something I really had to reflect on, because sometimes, like in high school, I would do good in class because I was like, okay, I don't want my mom to get on me about, you know what I'm saying, having bad grades in high school. You know what I'm saying? Not really because I really wanted to be on all A honor roll that I really cared. I know it's kind of bad, but like it was more so I wouldn't have to face consequences, man. So I know now that I'm like older and I don't really have anybody to like check me on that. I've been kind of seeing like motivation from work being a little bit different.
But maybe the praise is more of like the response you get. Like I know that, you know, we're all content creators, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to, so there's some type of praise that we want for what we do, you know, but I think it has to be like rooted in your talent, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you want the praise. So yeah, I think of course, you know, I'm a radio personality. I do things to get praise from people because I want people to see my talent, you know. But it's not. I'm not necessarily doing it for that because I know that I have talent. I can gift it to the world. So I think that's a part of it, but it's not the full.
I think I do it. I don't know. I guess I do it for myself, really, because it's just like I thought for the longest time this would never be me. So it's just like, dang, to prove to myself, like, girl, boo, this is you. Like, you could do this. And then it's just like I love proving people wrong, or like telling like, well, look what I did.
Definitely.
So it's just like, even though it's for me, I feel like it's for other people too, because it's just like, back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all on me. So so it's just like, I guess I kind of do it for both. And then also like, just generally speaking, words of affirmation is like a love language for me in general, in my friendships, relationships, anything. So like to see like people like, oh, you did that, oh, you're so da-da-da-da, like my favorite singer, like stuff like that, that really like just makes me want to go harder. Like, you do it so right, sis.
So my question for y'all is like, are y'all the type of people that like, you know what I'm saying, praise yourself more often, or like you're really hard on yourself? Like which one? Like I know it's balanced in between both, but like, are you more so up on up, or are you really like down yourself?
I don't down myself. I'm real with myself. I listen to them like, now you know that room is just trash. Or like, if I write a song, be like, I don't know. And then somebody else here, no, that's hard. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You capping. So it's just like, I don't know, because I won't feel in that one. But, you know, I have to realize like, I don't just make music for myself anymore. I make it for my audience. So if like they like it, you know, tweak it to your liking, Lex, and then drop it, you know, type thing.
I like that.
Yeah, so, you know, find a nice medium between the two. Like, you like it and they like it. So.
Yeah, I've actually had to work on that, like the way I talk to myself, you know, because for a long time, I'm talk bad on myself, like to myself, you know. So I realized that you can't talk to yourself like that and then expect people to not be like that. You gotta put in to yourself what you want to be, you know, be put up.
I tell one of my closest friends all the time. I tell one of my closest friends all the time not to talk down on himself, because it's just like you'll internalize that. And sometimes like you may be joking, but like sometimes you can't differentiate the two, because then you start getting the habit of, man, this sucks, I don't want to do it. Don't talk down on yourself. I had to stop doing that too, because it's just like I really started to internalize that. And then when people say stuff like that, say stuff like that to me, I'll be like, well,
but
I think the same thing. So it's just like, nah, you can't do that, because you start to definitely internalize it, and it's not good.
All right, let's move on to our pop entertainment gossip segment called Culture Vulture. And this week we're going to start with the comments from B. Simone. I don't know if you've seen the video. It's been going crazy. She basically said that, in a nutshell, women, she's talking to women, which is kind of weird, but she's saying women, you should be able to, whatever you require from a guy, you should be able to also have that thing. So she made like an example of, you want your man to have a car and you don't have a car, you want your man to have a this and you don't have a that. So basically whatever, you know, you want out of somebody, you should have the same thing. So do y'all agree, you know?
I definitely agree, but it shouldn't just be applied to women, because men, same thing. You can't expect me to be pushing the whip, but you asking your homeboy to give you a ride and you passenger seat starty. So you you feel what I'm saying? So it's just like you can't, you want, okay, I got my own money, you got your own money. Like you start, like it's certain, like it gotta be for both audience. Plus I kinda agree with everybody else when they was like B. Simone wasn't the right person to say
I don't like people saying that.
Because I only say that because it's just like she say things trying to make a joke out of it, and it's just like that was nothing to really joke about, especially when you was kind of attacking women in a way. But I agree with what she's saying, but I just don't like how she was just attacking women, because hell, men need to do the same thing.
She's a woman. I feel like, okay, this is my take on that. I feel like because she is a woman, I feel like she was okay to do that. You feel me? Like if that was coming from a man, that would have been a whole different thing. And my thing is, people weren't taking advice from B. Simone to begin with. So why is it now that she said something? She said something that hurt the heart. You know what I'm saying? And for people that didn't really, you know what I'm saying, like feel some type of way about it, they didn't really say too much about it. They was like, oh well, I mean, that should be the thing because I do have that and I am that. So I don't want a man to have that. So a lot of people that was like, oh, I don't really feel it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, forget the messenger. Like, you got the message and you understand what she's trying to say. And she delivered. I mean, she could have delivered, I guess, a little bit better. I mean, but at the same time, she didn't even say nothing out of pocket. You know
she didn't say anything.
Nah, have you seen the thing where people are saying that she stole that video? Or like she stole the topic?
I don't know why people keep saying that, like manifesting love, and law of attraction,
everybody's
like
talking
all
about
of
the
that
same
stuff.
things. Like,
it's literally, you could type up law of attraction on YouTube and see how many videos you see of her saying the same thing.
Yeah, so.
I don't know. People just people.
My thing too, though, there's a difference between requirements and something that you want. If you're going to require that, you should be able to require the same thing that you're requiring. You know what I'm saying? So, or be able to give the same thing you're trying to receive. Now, if you just want that and it's not like a deal breaker, because I feel like people will talk about relationships and things like that. Deal breakers and requirements and the things that you want, that's all three different categories. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if she said that's what you require, I feel like that's that. But I mean, if you just want somebody that lives a different lifestyle, and of course, there are different levels to that conversation. Like, if you're talking about having a job and I have a job, say I work at Microsoft and you work at McDonald's, there's two different levels to that. I'm just saying there's levels to that, but there's still, you have a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're still trying to get to that level as far as like just putting in that work to do that. So I feel like that's a whole nother conversation as well. But I feel like people blew that up for no reason, man. I feel like people just be trying to bash B. Simone just because.
I'm feeling that. I'm starting to feel that now. And I like B. Simone, so I'm you know.
Had it been Beyonce, man, it would have been the Bible, man. Like, what? Like, I just feel like, no, I really don't. Like, if Beyonce said the same exact thing, it would be the same thing. And I feel like I ain't even finna go into that.
I really feel like if Beyonce say anything, y'all, we gonna do it.
Praise it, man. Like
Beyonce goes, everybody go outside and make snow angels. I promise you, gonna see 1,000 snow angels.
You seen that
down window? Like, no cap.
have you seen like, you know, she released the Ivy Park stuff, and it's like the category was icy or whatever, so she was in all white. People saying that she's the reason that everything's messed up in Texas.
Oh my God, bro.
Because she was wearing, you know, it was like an icy campaign. But it's crazy, man, the impact she has. But moving on to our next subject, Meek Mill. I don't know if you've seen the video. Meek Mill ran into 6ix9ine, and in like a parking garage. It was like a weird type of setup. Meek Mill saying that 6ix9ine kind of like jumped out at him or like, you know, pulled up on him.
Yeah, Meek Mill already had an event going on, right? And 6ix9ine, I'm assuming, well, he had to know where he was at. So he was waiting for him to come outside. And then, you know what I'm saying,
right.
it was that. Now, I've seen two different sides to this argument. I've seen people talking about how, I would have caught a charge, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's 6ix9ine, that's the op. I see you, it's the smoke, you feel me?
Nah.
But then, no, bro, like, Meek Mill is still in the game. Like, he's not old. He still has things he has to take care of, you know what I'm saying? He still has life. He still has people he's taking care of as well because he's from Philly. And I'm pretty sure he's pulled a lot of people out the hood, you feel me? So I feel like, from my perspective, especially not being somebody from the streets, I'm not going to catch a charge over y'all because the same people that are saying that he should have did something are y'all putting money on his books though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
A lot of the times, what I've also noticed, a lot of people say, "Oh, well, I would have did something to him." You ain't gonna catch no real person that's in the street saying no stuff like that because for one, if you about it, you're not gonna say nothing about it. Like, you're not gonna say, "Oh, I would have done this, I would have done that." You would have just did it. So for people like, "Oh, if I would have seen him, I would have seen my op." You just see your op and you just do it. Like, and that's just from somebody that's been around people that's in the street and they don't move like that. Like, a lot you see. Like, and it's 6ix9ine. Like, who was going to waste their energy on him? His name is kind of tarnished in the street, so it's just like, why waste your time on him? It like, y'all seen that video with, I don't know, I forget his name, it's like Zay something. He was like, y'all see 6ix9ine, be like, "Hey, officer," and keep walking.
Bro, like, I'm saying, like,
keep walking, like
what's the protocol for 6ix9ine? Like, it should be. Bruh, 6ix9ine needs attention now because obviously his music not doing good.
He used to be on like billboards, right?
Yeah, but now it's like it's quiet.
It's
so
quiet. So he's doing this to get attention, and that's all people is doing is giving him the attention that he wants. So it's just like
the blogs are jumping on it, man. They be right there with it. But I low-key think it was a conspiracy theory going around that it was planned on both sides. Knowing the type of person Meek Mill is, man, on social media, bro, I low-key...
You think it's true?
I low-key believe it.
Nah, man.
I low-key
You know, it's crazy,
it,
but since it has popped up, I have seen a lot of... I've been awoken to a lot of, like, corny stuff Meek Mill has done online. So it's like, I'm not saying that it's... I'm not saying, you know, you crazy for saying that, but it's... he's done some corny stuff online.
He has. Like, the whole thing with Safari and Nicki, you know, that was corny. So.
Yeah, super messy.
Recently, like the line about the leaked song he has with Little Baby, right? The line about Kobe.
I'm going down with my something
like a chopper, like it'll be like Kobe.
Yeah, some things just don't need to be said, and those is one of them. Like, you could have kept them in the drafts. You didn't have to tweet that one.
Too soon, man.
Too soon.
Bro, it's Kobe.
It's literally just been a year in January.
Yeah, too soon. And like how big of an impact Kobe Bryant has had, it's gonna be a while before you can
like
an
Easy line was slide because you know
because
it has.
But it was slide, man.
Bro,
though, that's a good comparison of somebody
like
because
I've heard it. I've heard like Easy references. It was like,
I'm
gonna let it slide.
Right.
You know.
But
it's just like Kobe, like that's fairly new.
People waited in the '90s to do a joke about Rosa Parks.
I
don't even know what to say.
No, for real, I'm saying like Rosa Parks had already been impactful in the '60s.
Yeah.
And people waited to make a song about it. You know, people were
You talking about the Outkast song?
Yeah, the Outkast song.
You know she sued them.
Yeah,
That's
I'm about to
what
say
I'm
she
saying. That's what I'm
sued.
People waited. They waited that whole time. You know,
Hush that fun.
they trying to leave me like they didn't know what I was talking about.
But I didn't.
Think about that one.
Everybody, wait, wasn't it like everybody moved to the back of the bus?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So ignorant.
And she might have still been alive. I think she was like 2000.
Like
I think
2006, I think.
2005,
Yeah.
didn't she?
2000 alive.
But I was in elementary school. I remember that. I remember that day.
Yeah.
Like, that was crazy. Yo, that's wild, bro. Outcast is.
That was out of pocket. That was out of
That was
pocket
out
for
of
that
pocket.
one. That was out of pocket for that one.
Yeah, that was bad. But all right, let's get to our last segment or topic on Culture Vulture, which is I don't know if you've seen Boosie talk about Lori Harvey, and really, I guess this kind of should be a conversation about like being in kind of like people's business, if you will, because it's kind of like not needed. But I think Boosie sat down with, Boosie sat down with Vlad, which. Why y'all talking to Vlad nowadays? That's what I'm saying. Like, he should be we should put him in the same category as Tekashi.
But look. With Boosie though, this is Boosie we talking about. Boosie go where the bag is at. They paying him to go there. Boosie does not care about none of that. Like, he's made that very clear.
Boosie never stopped touring. It was April. Boosie was still 2020. Boosie was still in the club.
Boosie is in that chair. He is still on the club.
Come on, man.
Come on, dog.
But yeah, he did it. He was talking about Lori Harvey, and I guess she is dating around. She has a track record of people in the industry that she's dated. And I guess he's made a point that like Michael B. Jordan is a simp, or I guess like he won't wife that type of girl. What do you think?
I think he should mind his business.
Yeah.
Cause here's the thing, when men move on, y'all don't get the same or catch the same wreck that women do.
Yeah.
Especially men in the industry. And let's be real, cause
Name one that has that fast. And look, disclaimer. I'm not saying she's wrong because in previous episodes, which you can watch right here, we talked about Lori Harvey before, and I praise her for it. You feel me? Like, but I feel like men are praised for that.
But that's a double standard, though.
Look, when Moneybagg had left Megan and went to Ari, nobody like gave him no.
That's one.
True.
And no, because it was pretty fast. Nobody gave him nothing for it.
Okay,
it was just like he's with Ari now. But then you see how Lori Harvey is just casually dating, minding her business. She went from Vulture, then she went to Michael B. Jordan, minding her business, dating casually as she should. And now everybody, she's this, she's that. Why she do this? Y'all allowed it. She's this. Yeah. She's a grown woman that can do whatever she wants to do and who is dating casually, because if it was a man that was doing that, y'all would not say anything.
But that's a double standard, though. We can't say that. Because look, we're the same as like human bodies, but we're not, like we're equal, but we're just not the same.
Yeah, like double standards is a part of life. And this is my question too. Explain this. Diddy and his son. If I date you and then I date your mom, like that ain't.
Bro,
no, that
Christian
ain't
has
going.
Christian has been stuck on this Diddy Lori Harvey thing since we started. but yeah, like I don't know. I mean, I think I kind of agree with Boosie with what he's saying as far as what he's saying. I don't think he should have said it. Does that make sense?
No, it's Boosie.
I agree with what he's saying because
don't he got 6 baby mamas?
But this is my thing though. Boosie.
Crickets.
This is the thing too though. Boosie does that and doesn't care. I think this is the issue too with double standards. I think sometimes women do that and they feel like, I ain't gonna say feel bad about it, but I know they don't feel bad about it. They do that and then when the backlash comes, it's a situation where it's like victimized. But when men do it and don't care. So then it's like, that's why I feel like some of that double standard comes in there. Now there is the double standard, but that's a part of life as well though. Like, so.
Yeah.
But also, I kind of think it's a double standard too on like, people call women strong for staying with a man that does them wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
But then let a man stay with a girl that does them wrong. Bro, you dumb. Like, why you gonna let her do that?
That's very true. That's true.
They don't like, you a strong one, bro. Yeah, stay down for your woman. Like, they don't say that.
Yeah.
They be like, no, you a simp, bro. And I think that's why, like, I really personally think, in hindsight, mind your business.
I was just gonna
mind
say,
your business.
yo, more of the story is mind your business,
mind
bro.
your business.
Especially when it's something like public like that. Like you just bring in that's what makes me think like I'm looking at Boosie like crazy. Because not only did he have a Dwayne Wade son situation.
Don't get me started.
But then he got this, and it's like, bro, stop talking about people that don't.
Bro, And this is my thing though. It's Boosie. Like, if it was somebody else, it would be like, oh my god. But like, bro, it's Boosie. Like,
Bro, we
that's
can't
what
get
I'm-
people dumbass passes like that, bro.
But that's what I'm saying. I expect that from him. Like, if it was from somebody I didn't expect that from, then that would be different. But he says stuff like this all the time, so it's like not as like, oh my god.
I mean, just because he says it all the time doesn't give him the okay to keep saying.
No, I'm not saying it's okay, but I'm saying like it did surprise me.
I
Like,
mean,
He say ignorant stuff all the time.
No,
Cool.
he can.
Like,
He can
what?
say ignorant stuff on his like platform or whatever, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be taken as like, oh, like this is the opinion of everybody, or
Yeah,
like, this is
no.
the opinion of all
and
men.
anything
or whatever.
anybody says in an opinion should not be the end all be all. Like, people should be able to voice their opinions, but like in certain situations, mind your business.
And that's
Definitely, and that's it.
And this is one of them. Mind your business.
all right, we're gonna close the segment out with better days to come on today's episode. Don't let too much of yesterday take up today, man. Like, it's a new day. It's a new day in life. I don't really have something to say about that.
Yeah. All right. Well, my better to come is define success on your own terms so you can build a life that you are proud to live.
I would say be true to who you are, even though it's so cliche, but that's how I'm getting where I'm going and where I'm going. I've stayed true to myself, and also like being true to myself also meant to be honest with myself, so that meant to, you know, cut people out who didn't belong here, and also realizing like your biggest hater is someone closest to you. So I also had to just like, even though cutting off certain relationships hurt me in the end, I knew that I had to be true to myself because I have somewhere to be. I have an end goal where I'm trying to get to, and you don't serve me because you hate me, praying on my downfall. So
Hey,
There you go.
another episode of the SadBoy
yes, sir.
Saga.
Let's
Make
go.
sure y'all follow us on Instagram.
Yeah.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we still got that PS5 giveaway going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So we're trying to give somebody a PS5, man.
Right
Late
now.
Valentine's Day gift, man. If your
tap
baby
in,
mama,
tap
your
in,
girlfriend.
gas in, you know.
Right.
Get that.
Where can they find you on social media?
Okay, so you can find me on Twitter at Lexia, Lexiaav, and you can find me on Instagram at the Lexia V, Lexia. And I know y'all never spelled it, so.
Great. At Horatio Radio.
And at CDK on the mic on all social media platforms. We are the SadBoy Saga.
Also,
Oh.
let me shout out my manager,
Yeah.
Eric Wheeler, OTK,
Hey.
the
Yeah,
founder.
Stovetop, you know.
Yeah, they got Stovetop in the building. We
Yeah.
gonna shout out OTK Music Group. You know, that's where all my content be at. So also follow them at OTK Music Group on Instagram. So.
Great. All right, guys.
Subscribe.